All right, in this video, we are going to be modeling based off of a picture we find and import into our scene. But before we can start modeling, we have to be able to figure out how to import this into the scene. We're going to use some new tools to do that, including our material editor. So let's get started here. I'm going to get rid of what I have here. And the first thing we need to do is we need to give the picture a place to attach to when we put it in the scene. We can't just drop a picture in. We want to put basically a piece of material or surface in, and then we will lay the picture over top of it as kind of like a painting. So let's double check to make sure that ours turns out the right size and format, just that we're all on metric, or not metric, but standard. You can change this to decimal inches. That's fine. We'll use whole inches for the most part. We're going to draw a plane. So under our Create tab here, under Geometry, Standard Primitives, plane is down on the bottom. And we're just going to draw that. It can be in our perspective. It can be in our top view. It doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to draw it out. And basically, we want it to be this rectangle. And we're going to set the length here to about 20 inches by about 15 inches. Okay, that will be kind of a realistic size for our piece that we're going to be drawing here. So this is south, this is west. I kind of want this to be modeled the other way. It doesn't really matter. We'll rotate it in our space later, but let's make it instead 15 by 20. All right, I like that a little better because our picture is going to be rectangle. So now we are ready to lay or paste our picture onto this plane. How do we do that? The first thing, you'll have to download the picture that's in the file, or I also have it in our J drive. So if you go to the Preble Student Share J drive under Tech Ed, 3D animation, let me turn on my mouse highlighter here. 3D animation, and then right now I have it in Project 4 files, polygon modeling. So we're looking for this gooseneck shaded wall sconce. Okay, you just want to find that. So we need to figure out how to paste this in the scene. We're going to do that using our scene editor, our material editor. So there's two different formats you can have in your toolbar when you open it up. One is going to be the slate material editor, which looks like this. Okay, it's got a lot more things going on in there. It works perfectly fine, but in the beginning it's a little more complicated. So instead of using that for now, I'm going to long press here and pull this down and use just my material editor, which is kind of my compact version of it. You see, I already did and added the picture to this material here. It gives us 6 blank materials to work with. So I'm going to just click on a blank material here. This is default. It doesn't matter which one you use. Okay. And we need to change the picture on here and add the picture from our save file so that we can basically paste it on here. So we need to find that. So when I click here, I'm going to scroll down, and what we're looking for in our maps, we're going to apply a map onto our picture here. Okay, so we go down until we get to generic maps. We're going to apply a map on here, but what we want to do is we want to replace the base color with a map or a picture. Okay, so we're going to go down to base color, and we are going to click on no map, and let's add a map. This says, what type of map do we want to add? We're going to add a bitmap, which is just a picture. Okay, it's kind of the generic picture, and we're going to look it up. So we want to find it on our computer and find the picture to paste on there. When we go there, you're going to open up your file, either from your downloads, if you downloaded it from this particular assignment, or you can go to the J drive and find it in the J drive, just like we had before. So Preble Student Share, Tech Ed. This is 3D animation, and it's under polygon modeling right now. It's Project 4, and here it is. So we can open that up, and you'll notice that the picture applies kind of rounded on this circle. but it's still not in our scene. So there's a couple ways to do that. We can drag it out onto our scene, or with this box highlighted, you can use the tool here that's called Assign Material to Selection. And I just click on it, and our picture pops up on the scene. Okay, so if I undo that, you'll also see that I can drag and drop it onto the scene, and the same difference. I can close this now because it's in the scene. If I look at my top, chances are usually the top is wireframe. You'll just have to change that to default shading. Okay, and in reality, I think for what we're going to be working with, I'm going to be doing the rest of this exercise in top view for now, because I want everything to be drawn onto this plane. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to trace the different parts on here using our spline tool. We'll do that in the next video. So stick around, come back, and we are ready to continue in the next one. Thanks for joining me in this first part of our journey, and keep drawing.